Darklings, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm here to recount my experience reading the full Josh Kendrick story. The story about a girl who is partially deaf, hard of hearing, and is a surfer girl and cheerleader slash skateboarder, all in one sportsy gal. This is Joss. This is her doll. I got her. She's my doll. And this is her first book, which is the one that the doll comes with. So both stories recount different types of conflicts within the story. This one is between mostly having to do with the video contest, where they had to make a surf-related video and submit it to their favorite surfer celebrity person that was Josh's idol, and they submit into the idol's video contest. If anyone is familiar with the American Girl animated series, which is a stop motion made with the dolls, the series I think takes place with the first book story content. A lot more people might be familiar with the whole video contest story arc. I'm an English lit major, so I wanted to make a video like this for a long time because it's kind of like talking about stories is kind of my specialty. We've got the illustrations in the front that usually all American Girl books have, recounting all the friends and family of the main character. We've got her and her best friend, whose name is Sophia. I thought her name was Erin for a second, but no, Erin is the name of the author, Erin Feligant. So playing Sophia, we have Ivy here today. Sophia's hair is like a short bob with no bangs. Ivy's the closest I have, and I matched the outfit as close as I could. I think she wears flip-flops in the book. I tried to get an illustration, but most illustrations just show her in bare feet, so I think I'm just gonna, get off. I tied the shoelaces. It's so annoying. There you go. She has a great family, perfect family, like all American girls. She has two brothers. I don't know if you can see. Oh no, Dylan and Nico aren't her brothers. Dylan is her brother, and her brother Liam is here with his girlfriend. That's her brother's best friend. That's Tina Hart, the idol I was talking about. I knew I was gonna regret reading this book after her collection expired or retired or whatever, because I knew I was gonna want to buy the whole collection when I'm reading about it and seeing all the illustrations about it. I knew I was gonna annoy myself like that because I read Nenea's story and now I want her whole collection, so it's dangerous. Here is the illustration of Joss and Sophia. This is the outfit I tried to recreate on Ivy here. It's pretty close, but you can see bare feet, so I don't know why I originally opted for sneakers. I love Liam's character. Like, the character of Joss's older brother, I think he's such a hunk. Let me show you this guy. Look at him. That's Liam, I think. I'm pretty sure that's Liam. If memory serves, that is Liam. The blonde hunk that's always in the pictures, that's Liam. Look at that man. I mean, what? I have a boyfriend. Liam, stop hitting on me. And then, so I did say she was a surfer girl, our girl Joss, but she gets roped in on a dare to try cheerleading because someone dares her. I think it was either Sophia or Raina, who's Liam's girlfriend, that dared her to try out and learn new surf tricks on the trampoline, because apparently sports interact with each other. I didn't know that. I've never played a sport before, so I was like, huh, that's weird and interesting. So she starts doing cheerleading. As you can see, she becomes a cheerleader. She loves the trampoline. She does surfer-esque tricks. And that's also why she does skateboarding. It all goes back to surfing for her, because surfing is her life, her family, even her dog surfs. She's got a surfer dog named Murph. I don't have Murph, and I'm so sad. I tried to get Murph, but Murph is expensive on eBay, and Murph was... I want Murph. Look at this dangerous surfing. Let's go back to the cheerleading, please. Cheerleading is more cute, and oh my god, hair bows. I've got my doll here, my number 80. Are you 80? I think you're 80, right? You're 80. 80. Yeah, you're 80. I've got my number 80 here dressed in the cheer outfit because I've dressed Joss in her like outfits. I've dressed her in her clothes so much. I don't own all the outfits. I only own a couple. This is Brooklyn, who is a friend that Joss meets in the book when she joins cheerleading. I did actually change the doll's name to Brooklyn in honor of this book because I wasn't bonding to her actual name, which I had originally named her Adeline. I found that after I read this book, it was like I kept calling this doll Brooklyn and like referring to her as Brooklyn. So I dubbed the Brooklyn. Brooklyn is someone, let me see if I can show you. It's a tiny picture. So there you go, there's Brooklyn. Brooklyn's main role in this story. She becomes the main friend that Josh has problems with in book 2 because they clash over like how they wanted to do things, and they misunderstand each other's intentions about a lot of things in this book. And because I think it was the talent show, and they did the talent show together with Sophia, and like Brooklyn was so happy about how it went. But Joss just felt so unsatisfied because she didn't get to show off any of the things she wanted to do in this talent show, which is a feeling that makes a lot of sense. And that wanting to show off your skills doesn't make Joss a bad person. And that doesn't mean that Joss wanted to overshadow her friends. She wanted to do it together with her friends. But it felt like the talent show was all about Murph because they were trying to get Murph to do skateboarding. And they did stuff with art, and in the end, Joss didn't get to do any of the tricks that she wanted to do, so she was really upset about that, and it didn't feel like an actual win to her. Yes, they won the talent show, because nobody loses in this perfect world. You guys see, can you see her little cheer socks? These are the Joss cheer socks that came with the sparkly backpacks, infinity backpack set. I didn't put the sneakers on her, because I have another doll wearing the sneakers right now. So, you know, I actually never finished the stop motion series that they made based on these books. I really should do that. I do enjoy the historical books better than modern day because I'm a history fan. I love historical fiction. I've always ended up getting Girl of the Year dolls more than historical dolls just because I always get nervous when I want a Girl of the Year doll, because of the limited like time you have to buy them. Like once they're out of stock, they're done. They're not coming back. But historical dolls are like I've had so many historical dolls on my agenda, but I've gotten like Girl of the Year dolls instead, and that's just how it goes. And it's made me unsatisfied with my collection in that way. Although, don't get me wrong, I love the Girl of the Year concept. I would love to be someone that has them all, but I just don't think I'd bond with them that way if I collected them like that. But I have Joss. She is a doll that I got on instinct, and most of the dolls I get on instinct are dolls I bond with because I feel it in my heart. So let's take a look at the illustrations in this book. See if they jog any of my memories about what happens. I know they had the talent show. Oh, here's another cheer picture. You can see Brooklyn's in there too. Sophia's not in any of the cheer pictures because Sophia doesn't do cheer pictures, but Sophia does support Joss and her cheerleading. Not in book 1. Book 1, she wasn't a supportive friend, but book 2, Sophia was like, okay, girl, I got you. And like there was less possessiveness in Sophia and Joss's relationship in book 2 because their friendship got stronger after the events in book 1, which I think was good. Oh, here's the talent show, which this picture makes it look like it was absolute chaos because Murph went running wild. And there's Brooklyn doing her flips, her cheer tricks, and she's just having the time of her life. And this picture doesn't make it look like they were having the time of their life, but like Brooklyn had a blast at that talent show. She was so oblivious to anything wrong with Joss. It was great. Ooh, this part was scary. This part was scary. Joss actually got injured. Like she had an actual like accident, and she, of course, well, like most things, it was Dylan's fault because everything's always a brother's fault. Can attest. Dylan was being like, oh, you can't do it, you're such a little baby, whoa. And then of course Josh was like, oh, dummy, I'm not a baby, watch this, and just dives into the water alone, and the waves just carry her out and throw her into some rocks. And so thanks, Dylan, loved that. Oh, this picture scared me. Like when I looked through the pictures before I read the book, and I saw this picture of Josh and Murph, and I was like, bitch, apparently Murph got lost, and then Josh got lost looking for Murph, which I don't, like, how do you do that? Like, I mean, if you're me, that's what happened, because I don't leave the house often, so I would get lost if I left the house alone. So that's just me though. Josh, like, she's always out and about, but like always out doing sports and all that. Like, she shouldn't get lost, and especially since she had his cell phone, which conveniently lost signal, like every freaking story I've ever read. Hold on, I want to hold Brooklyn. She's got fluffy hair. Brooklyn to me represents book 2 because we barely saw Sophia in book 2 because like their relationship was secured in book 1, so there was no need to see Sophia as much as we did in the first book. It took me so long to get this book. I didn't get this book, I didn't order it until it was on sale. So I didn't read the first book till I had the second book because I don't wait for sequels. I'll buy an entire trilogy before I read the first one. How do you know if you like it then if you do that? Well, I just do. As you can see on the cover, we've got the cheer bow. It was so hard to put it in her hair because I was so scared I was going to ruin her pretty little curls. It looks good. So, she's got her little sparkly bow. I freaking love it. It's not the bad type of sparkles. Like, if you touch it, you don't get, like, sparkles on your fingers by touching it. Unlike the cheer backpack, that thing leaves sparkles everywhere. Not a fan. So that's all there is for Josh's story, book 1 and book 2. Which one did I enjoy more? I'd say I enjoyed the conflict in this one a little more than I did in this one. I mean, both of them were books for children, so they both had that we overcome everything together and we always win in the end because life is great. I'm 20 years old, so can't relate. But I don't think these books will compare to Isabel's story to me. Isabel's story, like Isabel, Girl of the Year 2014, if I had to choose something about these books that I liked the most, it would be the element of her deafness. Really, honestly, all of the Girl of the Years have some sort of hobby. And most of them are some sort of sport or some sort of creative pastime. So in that way, Joss wasn't extremely like special, but her deafness is what made her stand out. Nothing about her character was really unique to me. I mean, I did kind of relate to her character. I'm immature, I guess. But she's very mature for her age, Joss, I mean. But her element of her, like, in certain conversations, we would miss part of the dialogue because Josh doesn't get it all. But we get enough to piece together what is being said, which when you can't hear something right, that's how it goes. You use context clues to piece together what's being said. And I feel like that was really cool. And the way that the cheer coach had the little microphone around her neck so that she could talk to Joss, because yelling it out in all the chaos of practice never worked for her, and that's because she had to take off her hearing aid, I think, for practice. Did she? Because I know she had the headband on to keep her hearing aid on. I think she might have had to keep the hearing aid on. I'm not sure how hearing aids work. I don't mean to downplay this story. I'm very critical. I'm just naturally critical of things that I like. I don't know why. I wish I had more of the outfits that I saw in these stories. It was fun to recreate Sophia's outfit though. But yeah, I think I enjoyed the second book a lot more. This is definitely a story I think I would read again. I would read this again. Granted, I do favor the historical ones, like I said. So I do read those more often. But I keep all my American Girl books anyways. So even if I didn't read it, it would still be on my shelf. Because I am an American Girl stan. If anyone else has read the story, let me know down below, and I'd love to talk about it with you and what you liked and disliked. So maybe you didn't like it as much as I did. I would love to hear your opinion and perspective. And let me know what other stories you'd want me to read. Chances are I have them, or I can get them. If you want book talk about different American Girl story, if there's an element that I didn't cover about this story, just comment down below. I'll make sure comments are enabled, even though they constantly get disabled on their own. Thanks YouTube, love that for us. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.